We're currently in front of Old College. This is our oldest building here on campus. So the University of Georgia is the birthplace of public higher education in America. We were chartered in 1785, way back then. And then our first class started in 1801. They graduated in 1804. And this building was finally built in 1806. And that's when we finally had a building for UGA. And so one thing that I hope you guys will notice as we walk through it and then come out on the other side of it, is actually identical on both sides. And that's because Athens, whenever it was first built, whenever UGA was first built, Athens was just built basically like a rural area. There was no city here. There was just a bunch of rural area and farmland, things like that. So UGA and Athens grew up around this building, and they made it identical on both sides because they didn't know which way it was going to expand, which way it was going to grow, and they wanted both sides to feel welcome. And so they didn't want anybody to feel out there on the backside of the university or on the backside of the building. So having both sides like that, which I think is so cool that even back in the 1800s they were thinking about that here at the university. Straight down the little sidewalk area is going to be Terrell Hall. That's home to undergraduate admissions. So Jonathan, who taught you guys a little bit earlier, that's where his home office is. And so all the admission decisions, all the application and stuff is going to be happening in there. If you guys want to see some good vibes over in that direction, feel free to. I don't work for admissions, so go ahead. But yeah, that's where all the admission decisions happen in that building. But these two buildings are like parallel across from each other. That is Phi Kappa Hall right there. And then that is Demosthenes Hall. You'll be able to see a little bit when we walk in front of it. But they were the first two organizations that started here at UJ's campus way back in the 1800s. So we are currently in the Miller Learning Center, and this is one of our classrooms. Like during the school year, this would be used for like an actual real life college classroom. So you guys are sitting in one right now. With that being said, we entered in on the second floor. I know you guys couldn't see it from where we were, but this is our largest academic building here on campus and also the largest one in the state of Georgia. This is a pretty big building. We're able to see it better whenever we exit out from that way. You'll be able to see like this whole spectacle of the building and everything like that will be really cool. But as far as the inside of the building goes, the first floor is going to be home to like those bigger lecture classes that we were talking about a little bit earlier with your 200, 300 person lecture halls down there and some open areas with study benches and things like that. The second floor is going to have classrooms around this size and a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller. I think the biggest one is around 80 people, and the smallest one on this level is going to be around 20 to 24 people in there. And there are also some open study spaces, and there's like a Jittery Joe's down there too, and some cool stuff for people to just hang out and also study in here as well.